Yeah. How you like that? Yeah, you want some? You're gonna get some, you sonny. That's it. Oh, a bit more. Hello, I'm Tim Downie. You may know me as Gale from Baldur's Gate 3, or indeed Mr. Brown from Good Omens 2. Here, I will be your narrator, your guide through TaVRn's Takedown. Part storyteller, part dungeon master, and in fact, probably the only rational voice in this world of bad decisions. My job, to make foolishness sound poetic. Wish me luck. I think if I had my own place, I would want it in like the wilds of Scotland. One of those places you stumble across, like the pub in American Werewolf in London, where you're just kind of walking and walking and it's raining and it's cold and it's miserable, and yet far off in the distance a light glows and you realize, yes, that's where I should be. And you walk in and it's warm and it's welcoming, not like darts stopping in midair and people watching you as you walk in, but those kind of, leather-bound, leather chairs, books on a shelf, just serving like ale, and that's it. Refuse to serve anything else. And you can sit in a corner and dry off to a roaring log fire as it rains or snows or hails. Outside's got to be pretty awful, though. That would be my absolute perfect place. I'm sure a lot of my friends would say I probably just wandered off. To be perfectly honest, that kind of thing. I've got some change and money. It's just over there. Mark, I should go and hi, and then I'll be gone, and then someone will be like, oh, I'll get the next one. I'll get the next. Don't you worry about that. So I've probably done that in my youth. Now I would never do that. Never do that. But yeah, in my youth, I'm sure I've just wandered off. Purely because of being very, very poor, I think, at the time, of being a young man. So that was probably my only excuse. I'm such a pacifist. I would so walk away. I am so vigilant of any kind of forms of any kind of violence. I would be like, no, I'm out the door. I'm out the door, and I'm hailing cabs and I'm off. I'm not hanging around for any of this. Don't get me wrong. I have seen my fair share over the years. And they've been, highly unpleasant things. So yes, I'm very much sort of like, guys or ladies, which I have seen at times as well, or all of these people, let's have a drink. Let's have a drink and have a chat. Come on. If you are ever in a situation that is unsavory and someone is coming at you, you say, I have a wall in my house that's 5 foot high. I would like it to be 7. But it's only 5. And it creates a look like you're looking at me right now as if to go, what? And apparently it's so disarming. If someone comes, where are you going to go with that? I have a wall that is 5 foot high, but I would like it to be 7, but it is only 5. You just go, what do I do with this? I was coming, but now I have the image of the wall in my head. It's disarming. Just say anything random. My shampoo doesn't work. It does on Thursdays, but never on weekends. Just anything really random that you can just throw in. Just, what? Perfect, you're welcome. As you probably gathered right now, really random. Like, watch out for those penguins. Just really throws, what? I thought we were fighting orcs. Penguins? And then you probably get hit in the face. But just something really random. Spiders everywhere. Things like that. A fictional character I'd like to voice one day. I would love to do Sherlock Holmes, because I do love the Great Detective. And there's a counterpart to that. There's a guy called John Silence that is, at the time the Sherlock Holmes was written, Algernon Blackwood wrote this psychical detective called John Silence, who outsold Sherlock Holmes at the time. Now very, very little known. But he is a detective who goes to investigate the supernatural, the strange, mysterious. So that I would really, really love to do, because that's a great character. On the counter of that, I'd love to do anything in, say, Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy was one of the greatest cartoon series. Strange cartoon. It's kind of like if you take SpongeBob and give it acid. That's Ren and Stimpy. It is wild. It's a fabulous cartoon. No, do you know what? No, I haven't. But I would absolutely love to, because again, it's how my head works, of just going strange and weird. No, I used to love that. I used to do that at school all the time. It used to be my thing, just impressions and funny and strange, unusual voices saying strange and weird things you can't get away with in your real voice.
And that's how you kicked Abissa, anti-paladin and owner of Gilliness.
Leave the idea in French that's disappeared in this sentence.
La bière Gilliness.
Gilliness beer. Out of her own brewery with your bare hands.
Just a bit.
A soupçon.
Soupçon, yeah.
Brewed in armpits since 759.
Brassé à l'ancienne sous les aisselles depuis 759.
Brewed in armpits since 759.
Well, interestingly, in Good Omens, the first time you meet Mr. Brown is in the pub. So I would say someone like Mr. Brown would probably have like half a lager shandy and an early night. I think that's probably as hard as he would go. Someone like Tryon would probably never be seen dead in a public house or a tavern of any description whatsoever, but would host enormously drunken parties at his own house. Probably has his own bar, I would imagine. Tryon Tavern, that kind of thing. I think he would definitely do anything like that. But I would say, I'd probably say someone that you would want to go drinking with is Gale Decarius. I think he would be magnificent. Because I think you would probably get Gale very drunk, and then he'd say, let me show you a trick. Let me show you something. And then magic up some sort of wonderful thing, and then just sort of sit back and go, yeah, deal with that. I think he would conjure something that may do that, but I don't think he would get his hands dirty in that respect. Voice superpower would be the skill that I could throw it in any direction, so I could cause misdirection. So in other words, I'm talking to you right now, and suddenly there's something going on over there, and you go, oh, what's that? And then you look back, and I'm gone. That would be absolutely sensational, just to make it just suddenly appear in really weird places, like coming out of your car radio or anything, just appearing everywhere. You can never get away. Well, funnily enough, now this is really going sideways, but I'll tell you, I have an internal narration. So in my head, I narrate my day. Now, I spoke to my wife about this, and she doesn't have that at all. So what I was trying to, and obviously because I have this, you assume everybody has the same sort of inner narration, sort of like, okay, well if I leave now, then that means I'll get X amount of time before I get to where I'm going, or if I get in the car now, then there's going to be traffic here, there's going to be roadblock. No, it's a constant narration. She says this must be exhausting, but no, it's like a running football commentary of your day and of your whatever, anything that you're doing. So the narration that I would have is probably this very, very similar narration. Well, I'm sat down at the bar. I should probably get myself a drink. What am I going to get? Well, I should probably get, I've got to get up early tomorrow, so I should get this, or maybe, but I do quite fancy, yeah, you do. I do quite fancy that. So maybe you should go for that. You know, those kind of just streams of consciousness in my head have my own narration and my own voice of telling me what I should and what I shouldn't do, the benefits of, and also the downsides of doing it as well. So it's a constant shift. But I don't understand anyone that doesn't have that. They can just make singular decisions, which I just think sounds terrifying. Terrifying. Just make one decision. Where are we going? We're going to be there. It's going to take 10 minutes. That's it? Really, really excited to be there. Watch out for those penguins.
Oh.